Hi all, this is Simona Rich, and in this video I'm going to analyze the natal chart of Oprah Winfrey. And in astro.com we see that the birth time is very likely to be accurate, so we have an accurate natal chart for Oprah Winfrey, though it's at 29 degrees. The ascendant is at 29 degrees of Sagittarius, and this degree encourages the change of mind at the last minute, and I don't see that in her life, so maybe it's 28 degrees or something like this, but I do believe in Sagittarius. It's Sagittarius that is the ascendant. And for people who are not familiar too much with deeper astrology, it's important to understand that ascendant is very important, and it's like your second main sign, and you should check which ascendant you have by just going to, for example, I use astrotheme.com and then entering your birth details together with birth time, and then you will get you will see this AC sign. It's called ascendant, and it shows which sign rules your outward behavior. So it's very important to know it, because you will understand so much about yourself if you do. So what her particular ascendant is, it's Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is about religion and education and learning. It's the sign of lifelong student and lifelong teacher, and she is a teacher. She always taught herself to be a teacher, someone who teaches humanity what she knows, and that's definitely Sagittarius. And her moon is in Sagittarius also, which makes her very individualistic, freedom loving, and not being afraid to try out new things, and that's exactly what she's doing. She's very courageous, because she even started her own network, television network, which is something that is absolutely huge, and most people would never dare doing it. And we know, since the sign is ruled by Jupiter, it's a lot about religion. And Sagittarian people, they sometimes get into ideologies, and they sometimes might not be true, but sometimes they are true. But this is it's a danger for Sagittarian people to that they may get into ideologies without having practical things, like grounding things as a reference point. So they might be seduced by some cult or something like this. So this is something always to be aware of. If you have heavy Sagittarius in your natal chart, if your sun is in Sagittarius or your ascendant is in Sagittarius, and we know that she started her life and it was all about religion. She said that she almost grew up in a church. So this again is a proof that it's the right birth time for her that we have, because Sagittarius, that's what happens to people with Sagittarius, heavy Sagittarius. They sometimes grow up in religious families, or they are just, their lives are a lot about concepts, religious concepts, educational concepts, and they always want to learn new things. They want to try out new things. They are lifelong students, and she is a lifelong student. But also we can see that in her first house, she has interseated Capricorn, and Capricorn is again about, it's about business, about also selfishness, putting yourself first and being very grounded. So actually it's good for her to have it in her first house, though it's interseated, so it's weaker, but it's good to have this grounding influence if you have moon in yours, if moon is in Sagittarius. And also she has her north node in Capricorn. North node shows what's the purpose in life, what she's supposed to accomplish in life, the lessons in life, and it's about business, building business, putting herself first, which she told that in the past she didn't do it. She wanted to always please people, but as you can see, her lesson in life is to learn to put yourself first, and that sometimes you have to take care of yourself first before you take care of other people. And that's what she also learned. She is telling in some of her interviews that she firstly fill yourself up before you can fill others up. Firstly, take care of yourself before you can take care of others. So she had to learn this lesson. Actually, she did. So that's amazing. And now she looks so empowered, actually. And also, she said that she is a people pleaser, that she always wanted to please people. And this is what a conjunction of Sun and Venus does. It basically, people who have this conjunction often want very much to be perceived as lovely people, and sometimes they they just want to please everyone, and that's a danger, because then you can fall into the trap of someone controlling you, someone powerful, someone who has strong willpower and who is very selfish and domineering. They can totally control such people. So but I think she learned this lesson, although even now I think she tries to please people. And from the other interviews that I read about her, like her unofficial biography author told that she interviewed some people who said that she does lie and exaggerate, and her Neptune is in a prominent position close to the midheaven in the 10th house. And let's see, yeah, it actually aspects Mercury, which sometimes she can tell something not the way that it is, but the way that she wants it to see that thing. And also in 10th house, Neptune can give extreme sensitivity at work and to the public. So she is sensitive to the impressions and emotions of people, and she may try to adjust her story to appeal to those people because she wants to be liked. So it could be that she sometimes exaggerates things, but I don't think that it's done from any bad intention. She just wants to be liked. And she's her second house is energized, of course, with 3 planets, 3 personal planets, which means that from the type of planets that she has here, her finances are very important. For her to feel financially secure is extremely important for her self-esteem. She feels at ease and peaceful when she's financially secure. And since she has Venus there, she can give expensive gifts to people that she likes. And so she likes to, and Jupiter is also connected with her Sun, so she is very lucky in finances. She can earn a lot and then she can spend a lot. So her self-esteem, her sense of happiness lies in her personal belongings. When she's financially secure, she feels creative, she feels peaceful, she feels happy, and her finances increase if she is doing something that is innovative, something to do with technology, TV included, radio technology, innovations, inventions, because the second house is ruled by Aquarius, which is all about innovation, and internet is also ruled by Aquarius. Internet, television, radio, electricity, new technologies, and so forth. And her part of fortune also lies in the second house. Again, this makes it very energized, and just it means she will be a money magnet and she's lucky in finances. Her self-expression is actually she's sensitive in the way that she expresses herself. She's very sensitive to the surroundings, and she feels what she's supposed to say in the moment where she is. So she is very sensitive to the impressions, to the emotions of other people, and she can adjust her speech in order to appeal to different kinds of people. So it might make her speech sometimes not as truthful, but it's definitely appealing to the people that she's speaking to. And her fourth house actually is ruled by Aries, and Aries is ruled by a malefic Mars, which is placed in the sexual sign of Scorpio. So it's definitely likely that she experienced violence, and Mars is negatively connected with squaring Pluto, so definitely it's very likely that in her childhood she experienced violence, and it's very likely to be of a sexual kind, and we will get at this dynamic that I see a bit later here. But her life at home is not supposed to be, wasn't nice. Her fifth house is ruled by Taurus. Actually, although it's told by astrologers that Taurus is ruled by Venus, some people don't agree, and I don't agree also. I think now Venus shares, kind of is loaned the rulership of Taurus is loaned the rulership of Venus, because the planet that actually rules it is not yet discovered. And it's told that Taurus is actually ruled by Pan-Horus, and also Virgo is ruled not by Mercury, which the ruler. Mercury rules Gemini, but now it's loaned to Virgo until the planet that rules it is discovered, which is probably hiding in the brightness of the sun. That's why it's not discovered yet, but it's told that the ruler of Virgo is Vulcan, and the ruler of Taurus, the true ruler of Taurus, is Pan-Horus. It's the god of earth forces, which is correct, because Taurus is about, it's slow, it's earthy, but it also can get violent, and it also can be mentally slow. So it's not connected to Venus actually, because Venus is not violent. It's about charm and elegance and softness. So it's definitely loaned. This rulership is loaned, but hopefully it will be discovered soon that the true ruler of Taurus is Pan-Horus, which is somewhere beyond Pluto, and it's a very slow planet. And again, Taurus is slow. So, since her fifth house of free time is ruled by Taurus, it means she prefers to do activities that are not exciting to the world. Maybe she likes to stay at home. Maybe she likes gardening, doing something earthy when she has free time, something relaxing. Her sixth house is ruled by Gemini, which is, again, it means that her work is about it's a mental work, because Gemini is a mental sign. But Gemini also is a sign that can Geminis can be very good with their hands also, but mostly, and it's ruled, Gemini rules hands, but it's mostly about intellect. And since her Jupiter is there also, it means, and also the ruler of her ascendant is Jupiter, placed in sixth house. It means all her life is about work, about giving, about education, about religion. And interestingly, her ninth house has Black Moon Lilith placed there, which sometimes rejects educational authorities and is a rebel against such authorities. But her Jupiter is stronger because it's the ruler of the chart, which means she puts high education on a pedestal, and she respects higher educational institutions. And her seventh house is mainly ruled by Cancer, and although it's an interseated sign, it could be interseated if we have her birth time absolutely correct. It could not be. but it's energized also by Uranus placed there, and Cancer is a feminine sign. Her sun is connected with the moon. Moon is about women. Her Cancer, the responsible for marriages and unions, is ruled by the feminine um, sign, and she has some unusual preferences about the unions, which makes me think that she might be attracted to women. It's likely. I'm not telling she is, but it's likely. And since she has Pluto in Leo connected with Mars and Neptune, she will have strong sexual identity, and she might have very unusual preferences, sexual preferences. So because her Pluto is in Leo connected with Mars in the sexual sign of Scorpio, this is a very strong combination. So definitely there's something about her sexual nature. And for example, we have a similar combination in the chart of Harvey Weinstein, who was caught because a few years ago, he was caught because he was using women to basically he was employing women he would sleep with, and he was just abusing women, and he was doing it to so many women, and he has such strong aspects as well, like Oprah does. So she definitely has a very strong sexual nature, and it could be of an unusual kind. So that's what I'm seeing in her natal chart. It's also shown she will be perceived as an authority in what she does. It's better not to cross her at work because you will suffer. As a friend, it's better not to cross her as you will also suffer. It's a powerful chart. I think she's a well-meaning person, but because she wants to be liked, sometimes she may exaggerate some things, but it's done not from a bad heart, but it's because she wants to be liked, and maybe she has outgrown it, maybe not, but it's something that it's good to, if you have such aspects, you should be sure that you're not exaggerating something in order to be liked, but telling the way that things are. So that's my interpretation of her natal chart. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Take care.